Welcome back to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. Before I introduce our guests to you today, I'd like to acknowledge, because I always seem to forget towards the end of the episode, so I'd like to acknowledge our crew, Patrick Heaney, Malik Parker, Roberta Espinel. Thank you so much once more for staying there with us. We don't have our special guest, Harinam Singh Khalsa, here today. In the last two episodes, Harinam took us through an amazing journey. Today we have another little surprise for you. Someone who I literally met on the bus. Turns out she was a yoga teacher. So I'm going to save the person who's going to co-teach with me today. I'm going to save her for the last. From my extreme right, Julius Maximus the Third. I always love to say, Julius, you have these amazing tattoos all over your body. You still have them?
Yes.
You do? Okay. I always like to say, Julius, you and your tattoos are always welcome on the show.
Thank you.
Tell our viewers and us a little more. I know in the last couple of episodes, at least the last episode you were here with Harinam. How did you feel? Because you've been off for a long time. You've been away.
Well, I was a little bit out of it, but I'm feeling better now. After that session, It makes me feel better for this session. I feel great.
So you're wondering what we are going to take you through. It's going to be nothing as strenuous as Harinam.
I'm ready this time.
Well done. Welcome back, Julius. It's always good to have you back on the show. Jonathan Boothe. Jonathan, welcome back.
Hello. Thank you.
So, what is your expectation today? What do you expect to be doing?
Well, my expectation is not to give up on any exercise that we do today compared to what happened to our last episode.
No, that's okay. Harinam's teaching is intended to test.
Yeah, and it was wonderful. I just was upset at myself that I gave up.
No, don't be upset. Learn to forgive yourself. But how did you feel while you were exercising and after? I heard you calling him names. I haven't told him yet.
I just can't keep up.
I'm kidding.
But
it was good, right?
Yes,
it felt good at the end of it. And that's why we need people like Harinam, and I'm sure like Arcadio as well, to come more often. We have many people on our panel. We've got chiropractors, we've got therapists, we've got, we have nutritionists, we have a nutritionist coming at the end of this month for our taping as well. So we've got lots of health experts coming on our show. I'm sure, Arcadio, one of these days when when you are well prepared about what to expect on the show and what you can help us with, I'm sure you'll like addressing our viewers as well. So what do you think? Why don't you tell our viewers a little more about yourself today? You mentioned yesterday in passing.
I'm an artist. That pretty much is something that happened to me from childbirth. And I've been practicing yoga for some time. I'm still a baby. As other people say,
yoga baby.
10 years is a significant amount of time, not really in yoga time.
Right.
It's different.
It's a lifetime, right?
Yes. But I happily teach at Bronx Community College, sharing the yoga teachers with the people up in the Bronx.
Wonderful. How do your students receive you there? Do they enjoy it? Do they find it strenuous? What is the reaction?
You have so many different
levels, right?
students coming from different places.
Right.
It's really like a United Nations. I
like that.
But I think eventually, I think sometimes in the beginning we go through a little bit like I'm being tested as a teacher.
Right.
But I think as soon as they realize how good they feel after yoga practice, how much they get in touch with their breathing.
They're willing to cut you some slack.
They cut me a lot of slack. You could hear people almost sighing like, okay, this is the place to go.
Right.
And it's
right.
okay.
That's good. That's good. So they feel it's always like that when we're going on a new journey or you're going to a new place. You always have this trepidation, this fear. Am I going to meet the expectations of the teacher? Is the teacher going to be living up to what I expect? And that sort of melts after they start feeling good. And that's what yoga is doing for all of us, right? The moment you start feeling good about yourself, you start feeling good about the rest of the world.
Yes.
So, what shall we do? What do you think? After Harinam's intense workout, let's do some seated postures. For our viewers out there, just so you know, what Arcadia, right? Arcadia and I, what we're going to do is we're going to actually take you through some seated postures in red. This is a simple postcard that I put together. I call it 48 plus. People thought I was talking about people who are over 48 to stretch. And as everyone knows now, you don't have to be 48 to slow down and stretch in yoga. You can actually slow down in any stage of your life, right? We've got 2 youngsters, we've got 3 youngsters here. I'm the only one who's crossed that landmark. So yoga just makes us feel good because what we're doing is we are stretching the tendons between the muscle and the bone, and that's when you release all those endorphins. So you're stretching from the inside, and that's what we want to feel. So let's do this. Why don't you start off, and then in between, or maybe I think Arcadia, you'll be very comfortable. We'll try and meet your expectations. Why don't you just take us through some of the seated postures?
Okay.
Feel free. You give us instructions. We are going to be your students.
Okay.
We are at Bronx Community College now.
Okay, so I think the first thing we should maybe start off with, which is kind of sort of seated but not really, but I think probably will bring relief to all of us, is child's pose.
Okay.
Okay, so let's come on to our knees, hands and feet, just coming into a tabletop position. You want to make sure that the knees are hip width apart, okay, that they're not touching so that you have some nice space in your lower back. And on the exhalation, just exhale and slowly bring the buttocks towards the calves muscles. And just sit there and breathe in and out through the nostrils. And if you can, if the head feels comfortable, allow the head to just rest on the mat. And just breathing into your lower back area. Or visualize sending the breath to your lower back and just asking your lower back to just release itself. If your forehead doesn't reach comfortably, you could always make 2 fists, stack the fists, place the forehead on top of the top fist.
Go to sleep in this posture.
On the inhalation, you want to extend the hands out in front of you, like as if though the fingers were starfish, nice and spread. On the inhalation, coming back into tabletop position. And let's do a little bit of cat-cow. A little cat-cow. So on the exhalation, exhale, tucking in the head in towards the belly button, rolling the spine, as if though you were a cat. On the exhalation, exhale, relaxing the abdomen down, rolling up the head and tailbone up towards the ceiling. And breathing, exhale, rolling the head back in towards the belly button, rolling up the spine like a Halloween cat. Inhale, raising up the head and tailbone up towards the ceiling. Exhale one more time. You could continue doing cat-cow as many times as you like, or just slowing it down, just so that you could feel the loosening up of the spine.
This is also a great posture for massaging the spine, right? The undulating motion that's in and out.
On the next inhalation, just coming up into cow, really letting that abdomen just hang there for a moment. Let's curl the toes under. Let's just add a little bit of energy to this, and let's come up into let's come up into downward dog.
Okay.
Inhale, just inhale, uncurl the toes, and gently press the heels down. Your heels don't have to come down all the way. Just feel that stretch in your calf muscles. You're holding up your entire body weight here. So sometimes it takes a little bit of time to feel comfortable with this pose, but you're giving the spine a nice full stretch here. Also strengthening the body. So this is a wonderful strengthening pose.
Are you taking us through the sun salutation?
No, not necessarily. Just doing a few poses. I could do that though.
Yeah, it would be nice. Why don't we do that?
You can. Okay. And then let's gently just walk the feet towards the hands, coming into allowing the head to hang, allow the upper body to just hang here for a moment, just feeling the stretch in the back of the calf muscles. On the inhalation, just inhale, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Standing up nice and tall. You could keep the feet hip width apart if you like. Many different yoga schools have so many different ideas of how it feels good to stand. You want to pretty much just check your own body and see what feels good for you. Okay, sometimes if some folks bring their feet too close together, they don't feel balanced. So sometimes it's good to keep the feet hip width apart. This is mountain pose. It's just a preparatory pose for all your standing asanas. Okay. You could do this while you're on the subway, waiting. There's no seat available for you. Sometimes we sit all day.
We're gonna have to start moving now. So folks who are stretching at home, who are watching us, you don't have to hold it as long as we do. Okay. Let's move. We're ready.
So let's bring the palms together in front of the chest. We're going to begin with a basic sun salutation for beginners. On the inhalation, inhale, extending the arms out and up, gently hinging back just below the shoulder blades. Exhale, hinging forward from the hips. Bring the palms alongside the feet. And let's very gently, let's bring that left leg far back, left knee onto the mat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just taking a moment to adjust yourself.
You give a very good reminder. There are different versions of sun salutation, so this is good. A good change.
So gently looking up. If you feel any tension in the back of the neck, you could always look down, bring your gaze down towards the floor, and just breathe into that right hip and just ask that right hip to just release itself for a moment. On the next inhalation, let's bring that right leg to meet the left, coming back up into downward dog. And just breathe in. Take a few deep breaths. On the exhalation, very gently bring the knees. I'm going to go into baby cobra, chest and chin. Shift the weight forward, rolling up the head, neck, and chest in baby cobra. And breathe in. This is an excellent pose for cleaning out the toxins from the body. Okay, if you ate a lot of food, this is also a wonderful pose to help get your digestive system going. So as passive as this pose can seem, there's actually a lot going on internally in the body.
I also feel a nice strengthening in my back.
Yes.
This one feels nice.
On the next inhalation, press into the palms, curl the toes under. Inhale, lift the buttocks up towards the ceiling and downward. stick to that left leg. Okay? Let's bring that left leg in between the palms. Left foot on the ground. Release that right knee down. Coming up in your lunge. And breathing. More than anything, the breath is the most important thing in yoga, prana, as we call it. Prana, the breath. On the next inhalation, let's bring that right leg to meet the left, coming up into Uttanasana, the full forward bend. Allow the head to relax down. Allow the back to relax as much as it can, especially lower back. On the inhalation, let's bring the palms alongside the ears, nice flat back. Inhale, gently arching back just below the shoulder blades. And then coming to an erect position, palms in front of the chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Exhale, release the palms, release the legs.
So shall I help us go? We have done the sun salutation. That's a great way to start your practice. Hi Talisa, hi Alexander. It's a great way to start your practice every day with the sun salutation. Now what we're going to do is maybe do a few seated stretches. We'll sit down after we have done the sun salutation. We've had a little bit of a stretch. Arcadio has taken us through a nice full body stretch. So now I want to sit down and do maybe a couple of twists. You guys ready for some twists?
Yes.
Let's all sit down. Let's sit down. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take since we've already done the cat, you call it the cat-cow, right?
Cat-cow,
Okay.
Yeah,
I have no idea how two animals combine into one posture, but that was interesting. A lot of postures in yoga have been named after animals and after nature. So you have the tree, you have the cobra, you have the camel, you have the cat. So here's what we're going to do. We're first going to do a couple of twists. Tuck your left heel under the right buttock. Cross your right foot over the left knee. Now push your right knee in to the left. Torque your upper body to the right. You're already quarter way there. This is called half spinal twist. So since we're quarter way there, we're going to... Julius knows what's coming next. You're doing well. That's okay. Push your right knee in. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale. Dip your left elbow over the right knee. And then if you wish to hold on to the left knee, or you could have your palm up. Traditionally, the way that's okay. Julius, you know what you want to do? Place your left hand over the outside of the right hip. That's fine. You don't have to have... For me, I need to make that connection or I come undone. So sometimes it's a good idea for me to do that. And if it feels a little tight today, Julius, wiggle your right foot forward just a little bit. That'll help ease any tension. Jonathan, I know you're doing well. You're doing fine. Now, right hand goes behind you. Turn to look back. You should feel a delicious stretch on the outside of your upper right thigh. So just make sure you feel the stretch in the right places. That's how you get the most for your stretching. Inhale. Let's release. Let's let go of the left hand if you're holding on to your left knee. And then let's switch legs. Tuck the right foot under the left hip. And then cross the left foot over the right knee. Hi Alexander, you want to join us? We have a very, very young yoga practitioner in our midst. He's about 1.5 years. Oh, isn't he gorgeous? Now, push your left knee in to the right. Torque your upper body to the left. Hold on to your left knee with your left hand. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale. Dip your right elbow over your left knee. And I'm going to help myself a little bit. Hold on either to your right knee or you could place your right hand over your left hip. Ooh, I don't know baby language yet, mate. Turn to look back over your left shoulder. So you want to make sure you feel a nice twist. While you're holding, I'm going to come out. Please hold your positions. Now the way Jonathan is twisting, he should feel a nice twist of his obliques. Obliques are the muscles on the side of your waist. He should feel a nice twist on the right side and a beautiful compression on the left. And Jonathan, if you don't feel the compression, it just means you need to go a little deeper. If you feel a nice compacting, I think you're getting a good workout. Inhale. Let's come out of that. Let's release. And we'll take you directly. We won't do the other posture, the one that comes immediately after Marichasana on our postcard. What we're going to do is extend the left leg all the way out. Keep your left foot flexed. Attach the sole of the right foot to the inside of the upper left thigh. Janu Sirsha. Literally, Janu is knee, Sirsha is head. So you imagine that you're going to try and touch your head to your knee. It's not going to happen for me today. Maybe it will for some of you. I know it'll happen for Jonathan. But we're going to try. If it doesn't happen, don't worry about it. Bring your right knee all the way down. Turn to face the extended leg. Keep your left foot flexed. Inhale the arms up to shoulder height. Palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead. Palms facing in. Clasp your fingers together. Exhale. Fold from the hip. Keep your back nice and straight. If your palms come over your foot, over the sole of your foot, left foot, give yourself a nice little massage. Remember, the nerves that end in your toes lead to the facial organs. So you've got the big toe for the eyes, and then it keeps moving on. So you've got the eyes, nose, ears, throat. So other than giving yourself a massage in the face, you can massage your facial organs through the toes. Hold it. Feel a nice stretch in the back of your legs, back of the calves, back of the hamstrings. Inhale. Let's come up. Let's switch legs. Extend the right leg out. Fold the left leg in. You can bring your arm down if you want to adjust your knee, as I do sometimes. Fold your left foot in. Attach the sole of the left foot to the inside of the upper right thigh. Flex your right foot. Inhale the arms up. Take your arms all the way overhead. Turn your palms in. Exhale. Fold from the hip. Remember, keep your final posture in mind. That will help you. Keep your goal in mind, head to knee, Janu Sirsha. That'll help you actually reach for your knee. Even if it doesn't happen today, that's okay. We always need a goal. Inhale, let's come up. Keep your arms up there. Extend the left foot out. So keep both your legs extended. Keep both your feet flexed. Now when you flex, remember, when you've got your feet flexed, you're actually giving yourself a nice stretch in the back of the legs as well. So you're getting a multiple workout. Exhale, fold from the hip. Now give yourself a nice massage on the soles of both your feet, and then if you can, hold on to your toes. Now if your hands, well done Jonathan, I remember there was a time when your hands were at your ankles. Good job. Julius was always flexible, so you're good. And of course, Arcadio, as a yoga teacher, I cannot expect anything less. So hold on to your big toes and pull your body forward. Keep exhaling and move forward. One of our other regular participants would think this is too easy. Talisa, she's in our audience today with her little one, Alexander. So hi Talisa, welcome. Wish you could have joined us earlier. Keep exhaling. Inhale, press your palms in, come up all the way. Exhale and release. Another posture that is amazing to be able to feel the midriff of the body, even though you're not doing a twist, is the cow face. And that's why I was amazed when you said cat cow. We also have a cow face. So, it's okay as long as we know the difference between the postures. Tuck your left foot under the right hip. Cross your right foot over the left knee. This time make sure soles of both your feet face the back of the room. How are we doing? So right knee is over. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left hand at the base of your neck. Take your right hand from behind. We have about 2.5 minutes left. We're going to take you through as many stretches as we can. Clasp the opposite fingers once you've made that connection. And if that connection doesn't happen today, do not get discouraged. Learn to forgive yourself. You can use a yoga belt, a face wash, a towel, anything that's available to you today. Inhale, lift your chin up, open up your shoulders. It's also a nice workout for your triceps. Inhale, release your hands, and let's switch legs. How are we doing, Julius?
That's good.
You are going to sleep extremely well tonight. Tuck your right foot under the left buttock. Cross your left foot over the right knee. Soles of both your feet face the back of the room. Now, try and align, and I find one side of the body, you might find that too, Arcadio, one side of the body cooperates a little more. That's okay. You're in good company. It's perfectly normal. Left knee is up. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, dip your right hand over the back of the neck. Take your left hand from behind and clasp the opposite fingers. Now, once you made that connection, you want to open up the right elbow, open up the right shoulder, take your left shoulder back, and then see how much of a stretch you can get in your triceps on the right side as well. So hold it. Inhale, release the hand, and before you untangle your legs, just understand what the next posture is going to do. We're going to transition. Take the left leg, swing it all the way back into pigeon posture. Let's do it as gracefully as we can. So graceful is not really the right word. Take it all the way back. But we're just going to do it as smoothly as possible so we don't hear any rips and tears. And then if you think you're comfortable, you can sit on your heel. Most of us in North America tend to actually bring our right foot forward just a little bit. Whatever you do, align your buttocks so your buttocks are centered. Your hips should be centered. Exhale and fold. Inhale, press with your palms. Let's come up. And let's very gently, smoothly switch sides. Swing the left leg forward. So I'm going to help my left leg forward so I don't look all messed up on camera. Take your right leg all the way to the back. And you can use curl your toes in to push your left knee back, right knee all the way back. Keep your hips nice and centered and see if you can touch the floor. Uncurl your toes, exhale and fold. We probably just have time for one more posture before we wrap up. I'd like to thank everyone over here on behalf of Julius Maximus III, Jonathan Boothe to my left, and Arcadio Carabaillo. Finally, I'm getting to say your name right, my dear. This is Banu Suresh signing off. You are watching Yogaxpress. Thanks to Patrick, Malik, and Roberta. Inhale, glide your right knee all the way in to meet the left. And then take both your hands behind your back. Hold on to the opposite elbows. Exhale and fold. Lead with the chest. Inhale. Let's come up. Very gently. Then as long as the cameras are rolling, we're probably going to continue stretching, but we're possibly timed out for today. If we do get timed out, remember when you come and join us next time, we're actually going to take you through some of the prone and supine postures. So if the cameras are still on, we are going to continue to stretch because we're already on a high, right, Julius, Jonathan?
Yes.
Attach the soles of both your feet. Hold on to both your feet. Push the knees all the way down. Exhale and fold.